Many Indiana kids are ready and waiting for adoption. News 10 has introduced you to many of these children through a partnership with an organization called Indiana Kids Belong. The group films the videos featuring each child we then share with you. This week, we are going behind the scenes to show you what it takes to put these videos together. This is Finding Family.
So, yeah, you're going to go there.
Lights, camera, adoption. It's in this interview room in Terre Haute and ones like it across Indiana where children get to shine and introduce themselves to families exploring adoption.
What team do you play?
Indiana Kids Belong creates videos of each child and shares them online.
Everything we do is about getting kids into families and then supporting those families.
Video games?
Yeah, video games. I like Fortnite.
Scott Telly is the face behind the camera. He's a videographer who volunteers his services to bring out the best in each child.
It's a real privilege to be able to use that skill to help kids in their story to get out in the community to be seen and known. Yeah.
Scott is a foster and adoptive parent himself.
I wish there was more we could do. I wish we could have more kids in the home.
Before a child walks into an interview, they're able to explore cool locations like the Terre Haute Children's Museum and just have fun. Brandy Andre is a local photographer who also volunteers her expertise.
This is something small that I can do and it's helpful.
The pictures she snaps are posted on the organization's website and the kids get as many copies as they want.
Very good.
Seeing the final videos is kind of bittersweet because there is also a gravity to the reality that these kids are facing.
Indiana Kids Belong has filmed more than 200 videos and more than 100 kids have found homes.
Ultimately, the hope is that they would find a family to where their personality would just click and they could bond and make a forever impact.
Tomorrow, I'll introduce you to some wonderful volunteers who make sure kids create lasting, fun memories during filming. In the studio, Heather Good, News 10. Indiana kids in foster care face their own unique challenges, but all want to find a permanent place to call home. Yesterday, we took you behind the scenes to show you how Indiana Kids Belong creates the video features of children we then share with you. But video days are about more than creating content. This is Finding Family.
I just think about how good I feel, and I can't imagine how wonderful it is for them to experience that.
Lindsay Hull is a buddy. She's an Indiana Kids Belong volunteer, and her responsibility is making sure foster kids have fun. The organization creates video features of children in foster care. The stories are filmed in cool locations like the Terre Haute Children's Museum where the kids can let loose.
I love doing this sort of thing because I'm not in the position to bring foster kids in my home right now. So I love that I can be involved and I can do something, that I can make a difference at some point.
Lindsay grew up with adopted siblings. She's volunteered many times and took a day off work to be here with her little buddy Addison.
It is pretty cool to be able to give them those experiences when so often they're told no, they can't do that, you can't go here, you can't do this, but today's a yes day.
Volunteer Renee Ziegler and therapy dog Ellie offer a more relaxed vibe.
Just to lessen the kiddos' stress or to bring them out of their shell.
The kids love to snuggle the 5-year-old golden doodle.
It's very fulfilling to know that we were able to make a kiddo happy for one day.
It takes a community to make the program successful.
They believe that children belong in families, and so do we. And so we're just so incredibly grateful for everyone who's giving their time and their energy as a volunteer.
And all you have to do is ask to make a difference.
You may not be able to do everything, but everybody can do something.
Hey, what do you want to do here?
Help is always welcome to make sure kids have a wonderful time on shoot days. We've linked you to the volunteer form on our website. Tomorrow, our Finding Family series continues with more ways to get involved. In the studio, Heather Good, News 10. Many Hoosier kids are ready and waiting for adoption. News 10 has been working with Indiana Kids Belong to introduce you. This week, we've taken you behind the scenes to show you how the organization creates the stories we share. But this is bigger than one organization, one volunteer. It takes a community to support these kids every step of their journey. This is Finding Family.
I see you, your story matters, you matter, and I want to be here with you today.
These are the faces of people changing the lives of foster kids. Some work for youth-serving organizations. Others donate their professional services or lead faith-based groups. All share their hearts with children with the ultimate goal of finding them forever families.
There's a ministry of presence there, and it's just a really beautiful thing.
Indiana Kids Belong brings them together at exciting locations like this museum to film videos highlighting children ready for adoption. This is often the last, best shot for older kids.
It's pivotal in giving these children a better outcome.
Brittany Caldero is a court-appointed special advocate. Her focus is helping kids through the court system. She aged out at 18 without finding a family.
One of the bright spots was the CASA that I had myself. And I don't think I would have had such a good outcome if I hadn't have had that.
Brittany understands that it's not just about finding people to parent kids while they're young, but offering a place to land long after they reach adulthood. Bethany Geisel is living that message. She's a foster and adoptive mom and leads a local church support group.
When you take in someone else's child, you acknowledge that that person wasn't able to care for their child. And that's a heavy, grieving thing. You also delight in getting to nurture and care for a child and see how resilient they are through everyday care, through stability, and through, like we've said many times, a village raising that child.
Brittany and Bethany agree days like this one leave them feeling energized and connected. They want to see more people joining them on their mission.
Anyone who has a heart for this, we have a place for you, and we'd love for you to come and be a part of what we're doing.
Tomorrow, the end result of all the behind-the-scenes work we've shown you this week. We'll introduce you to one of the kids ready for adoption. In the studio, Heather Good, News 10. News 10 is working with community partners to introduce you to Indiana kids who are ready for adoption. We have taken you behind the scenes all week to show you what goes into creating these stories we share with you. This morning, we meet one of those kids. This is Finding Family.
Some things that make me laugh is just like when people make jokes and just joke around. And when me and my friend play around, I laugh a lot. I like to help with just babysitting and helping with my family and stuff. I like to fish with my cousins and play with my dog. I like to eat fish if they're bluegills and catfish. My friend always said I was nice and sweet. I try to look for if they're nice, and if they're caring, then I want them to be my friend. In school I take a lot of classes, but I think my favorite one is biology. I like the labs and stuff we do. When I grow up, I want to be a probation officer because I just like to help people. And I feel like if I was a probation officer, I'd be able to help a lot of people. I think about exploring the world a lot and visiting different places. I want to go to Turks and Caicos and Costa Rica. I would want to go to Hawaii for vacation. I want to explore the island. If I had 3 wishes, it'll probably be, one of them would be to get my dream car, a Jeep, to visit the islands that I want to visit, and get my dream dog. It's a husky. I want one, a Siberian husky. I'm proud of myself when I do stuff that I've never done. When I try something new. Some things I like to do with the family is just have quality time and hang out with them, watch movies and just hang out. My name's Addison and I'm 16 years old.
A special thank you to photographer Jaron West for working with me on this series, and Indiana Kids Belong for their continued partnership. In the studio, Heather Good, News 10.